First degree, apprenticeship, trustee, Mr. Middleton, Nubal Yasimbe, Service House Middle, Associate Service House of Reed, Associate Service House of Wright, Service Social House of Jones, Service Service House of Woods, and Associate Service House of Mitch by way of Cooper. All right, I want to big up Trump, Obama, Barack, Lincoln, MacArthur, and stop right there. I want to talk about ownership versus occupants or tenant status. Co-owners, just be quiet. All right. They have the mortgage between the draft and the draft deed and the deed. Or you just have your tenantship contract, and this and vice versa to the occupant contract with all of this. Now see, this is a military Mason town, which means we are beyond state, federal, state. You actually got continental. We could listen, if America was not owned by America, we would be paying continental like annual situations. Like you paid it all the way off, but then you got to pay for the same shit you paid all the way off again. It would be just like that. Anyway, ledgering is a disclaimer clause. It is a violation due to the fact the country almost lost the country. Continental. Quavo Wars is a situation where that almost happened, aka Pearl Harbor, World War I. Property ledger, or should I say, buying property out from someone owning the property. If you didn't pay for it and he didn't let the bill roll over the required duration of time, it's called ledger, and all kinds of other stuff like mutable. Anyway, fellow craft, North Carolina State Lodge and Fort Greene, Texas, National Real Estate Agency, Housing Authority, by way of 88 laws of housing. Anyway, Mark Master, yeah. I've been laid off, commission foreman and assistant real estate executive since 1996. Retired a foreman with a Parliament Bible because I'm labeled fallen from grace. Situation with relatives pinned it to me, but I took the blame because it's my relative. All right. Beyond that, instructor's note. Property ledger weakens the continent, the country, the government in the country. USA plus USC. By way of Boy Scouts of America is Amarak. Anyway, Scout the Cadet. Reserve that. The Kappa Cab Cadet Scouts order. By way of ROTC, current with association the UFC as an instructor, and in the light of being big up the Trinity Private School Academy, Rosier Road open house was amazing. To see students return to see open house privately, to be brief, to make it back to their regular class before being thrown out and subject to the community college. Anyway, third grade instructor. Back then my work tag was Desmond Nietzsche. I'm not sure which service house I used, but I know I was under Desmond Nietzsche. I just returned from Harlem and had a head full of gray hair, Rogaine and permanent hair dye and stuff. Anyway, Continental legend starts off with property legend. Invalid ownership, fraud, will weaken the country, will cause the country to fall. That's why it's not allowed. Draftee will entertain it. They will let anything slide, even down to blackballing or unauthorized garnishing and stuff. Be real smart. Go through it once. Slap on the wrist. Depending on who you are, between seat and suit. South by way of South Carolina 2, seat and suit by way of 3, 4, 17, and you can use any law of the land by term 17 and 3, 10, 25, and international national security, man. It's based on sequestered science. Paraglobal politics, geopolitics, global politics, world politics. Listen, it's right up there with military myth and American myth. Just don't lead yourself if you're practicing following yourself as you lead yourself to follow the leader. If you're going to try to jeopardize the country's finances, or anybody in the country's finances, anybody in the country's life, the country's authority, and be pro-life, man. Don't dream, don't wish, don't fantasize. I know we have the ability to leave that in meditation prayer before you vent about it. Vintage prayer is not for beginners. You have to hold a title to be in vintage prayer. People have to qualify to speak for you and think for you. Have a good man, listen. Third degree, 90, globalist tariff. Third degree, 88. Haitian apprentice tariff, Haitian apprentice bill, Haitian apprenticeship, building blocks, and a Haitian apprentice tariff. So it's really like third degree to the 88 times 2. And where we are in the region 13, third degree to any degree from 30th to the 33rd. And we accept the third degree to the 48th for all you managers, not the co-manager. You don't slide in. Managers and up, arc mason, manager and up, 48th degree. And you can entertain it with the laws of power, but the degrees stronger, that stuff enforces and strengthens. Save the woo, or save the break, save the rumors and the gossip for the calendar, the universal campus calendar, 38 zodiac attributes, the U.S. standard, global standard, national calendar, 12 zodiac signs and all horoscopes or months, and you got 5 weeks of work and 7 days to reflect, as a simple breakdown of what avenue or what direction you want to follow or lead in life, or worry about reality, truth, toleration, and rebuttal. I'm gonna use my artistry tag, Ja Rastarfarii, or General Ja Rastarfarii. Big up the Pop, Rule, Raskaz, and Jizzawoo. They have Beta Cub and House of Hughes, Alumni, Quad, Q's, Kappa, and Lambda Nu. Alright? The Delta Sigma or the Delta Nu, ROTC 1.